OSHA 10 Mock Test 2026 Part 140 Questions Answers. Question 1. A client with increased intracranial pressure, ICP, is being monitored. Which finding requires immediate intervention? Option A, pupils equal and reactive. Option B, systolic blood pressure 150 mmHg. Option C, respiratory rate 10 breaths per minute. Option D, Glasgow Coma Scale score decreases from 14 to 10. The correct answer is option D, Glasgow Coma Scale score decreases from 14 to 10. A decreasing GCS score indicates worsening neurologic status and possible rising ICP. Rapid deterioration can lead to herniation. Early detection and intervention are critical to prevent irreversible brain injury. Question 2. True or false, administering hypotonic 4 fluids is the standard of care for a patient with increased ICP? Option A, true. Option B, false. The correct answer is option false. False. Hypotonic fluids, like 0.45% NS, shift fluid into brain cells and worsen cerebral edema. Isotonic or hypertonic solutions are preferred. Question 3. Which medication is an osmotic diuretic commonly used to reduce intracranial pressure? Option A, aspirin. Option B, mannitol. Option C, lisinopril. Option D, ibuprofen. The correct answer is option B, mannitol. Mannitol increases serum osmolality and draws fluid from the brain tissue into the vascular space, reducing ICP. Question 4. What does the acronym OSHA stand for? Option A, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Option B, Occupational Standards and Hazard Agency. Option C, Organization of Safety and Health Associations. Option D, Office of Safe Housing Administration. The correct answer is option A, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. OSHA stands for the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, an agency of the U.S. Department of Labor created to ensure safe working conditions. Question 5. Under OSHA regulations, what is the employer's primary responsibility? Option A, to maximize worker productivity. Option B, to provide a workplace free from recognized hazards. Option C, to pay for employee commutes to work. Option D, to provide health insurance for all employees. The correct answer is option B, to provide a workplace free from recognized hazards. Under the General Duty Clause, Section 5(a)(1), employers must furnish a place of employment free from recognized hazards that are causing or are likely to cause death or serious physical harm. Question 6. In general industry, at what height is fall protection required? Option A, 2 feet. Option B, 4 feet. Option C, 6 feet. Option D, 10 feet. The correct answer is option B, 4 feet. OSHA requires that fall protection be provided at elevations of 4 feet in general industry workplaces, 5 feet in maritime, and 6 feet in construction. Question 7. Within how many hours must an employer report a severe injury involving an inpatient hospitalization, amputation, or loss of an eye to OSHA? Option A, 8 hours. Option B, 12 hours. Option C, 24 hours. Option D, 48 hours. The correct answer is option C, 24 hours. Employers must report any worker fatality within 8 hours and any amputation, loss of an eye, or inpatient hospitalization within 24 hours. Question 8. Which of the following is OSHA's highest inspection priority? Option A, imminent danger situations. Option B, worker complaints. Option C, targeted inspections. Option D, follow-up inspections. The correct answer is option A, imminent danger situations. Imminent danger situations, where hazards could cause death or serious physical harm immediately, are OSHA's top priority for inspections. Question 9. What is the purpose of the Hazard Communication Standard, HAZCOM? Option A, to ensure workers get paid fairly. Option B, to communicate information about chemical hazards in the workplace. Option C, to communicate emergency exit routes. Option D, to prevent workplace violence. The correct answer is option B, to communicate information about chemical hazards in the workplace. HAZCOM ensures that information about the chemical hazards and associated protective measures is disseminated to workers through labels and safety data sheets, SDS. Question 10. How many sections does a standard safety data sheet, SDS, have? Option A, 8. Option B, 10. Option C, 12. Option D, 16. The correct answer is option D, 16. Under the Globally Harmonized System, GHS, all safety data sheets must have a uniform 16-section format to ensure consistency. Question 11. Which hierarchy of controls is considered the most effective at reducing workplace hazards? Option A, Personal Protective Equipment, PPE. Option B, Administrative Controls. Option C, Engineering Controls. Option D, Elimination. The correct answer is option D, Elimination. Elimination is the most effective hazard control because it physically removes the hazard from the workplace entirely. Question 12. What does LOTO stand for in workplace safety? Option A, log on, turn off. Option B, lockout/tag out. Option C, leave out, take out. Option D, line of temporary operation. The correct answer is option B, lockout/tag out. Lockout/tag out, LOTO, refers to specific practices and procedures to safeguard employees from the unexpected energization or startup of machinery. Question 13. A Class A fire extinguisher is used for which type of fire? Option A, ordinary combustibles like wood and paper. Option B, flammable liquids like grease and gasoline. Option C, electrical fires. Option D, combustible metals. The correct answer is option A, ordinary combustibles like wood and paper. Class A extinguishers are for ordinary combustible materials such as paper, wood, cardboard, and most plastics. Question 14. What is the maximum penalty for a willful or repeated OSHA violation, as of recent inflation adjustments? Option A, around $15,000. Option B, around $50,000. Option C, over $150,000. Option D, over $500,000. The correct answer is option C, over $150,000. Penalties adjust for inflation annually, but willful or repeated violations carry a maximum penalty exceeding $150,000 per violation. Question 15. When using a portable straight ladder, what is the proper angle/ratio for setting the base away from the wall? Option A, 1 foot out for every 2 feet up. Option B, 1 foot out for every 3 feet up. Option C, 1 foot out for every 4 feet up. Option D, 1 foot out for every 5 feet up. The correct answer is option C, 1 foot out for every 4 feet up. The proper angle for setting up a ladder is the 4 to 1 rule. For every 4 feet of vertical height, the base should be 1 foot away from the wall. Question 16. When stepping off a ladder onto a roof, how far must the side rails extend above the roof landing surface? Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 feet. Option C, 3 feet. Option D, 4 feet. The correct answer is option C, 3 feet. When accessing an upper landing surface, ladder side rails must extend at least 3 feet above the landing to provide a safe handhold. Question 17. Who is responsible for paying for most personal protective equipment, PPE? Option A, the employee. Option B, the employer. Option C, OSHA. Option D, the workers' union. The correct answer is option B, the employer. With very few exceptions, like everyday clothing or specific safety toe footwear that can be worn off-site, OSHA requires employers to pay for required PPE. Question 18. Which type of hard hat provides protection against both impact and high-voltage electricity, up to 20,000 volts? Option A, Class C. Option B, Class G. Option C, Class E. Option D, Class A. The correct answer is option C, Class E. Class E, electrical, hard hats are designed to reduce exposure to high-voltage electrical conductors and are proof-tested at 20,000 volts. Question 19. What does a GFCI, ground fault circuit interrupter, do? Option A, boosts electrical voltage. Option B, detects ground faults and interrupts the flow of electricity. Option C, stores electrical power like a battery. Option D, prevents power outages in the entire building. The correct answer is option B, detects ground faults and interrupts the flow of electricity. A GFCI is designed to protect people from severe or fatal electric shocks by detecting a ground fault and shutting off the power in as little as 1/40th of a second. Question 20. True or false, an employer can retaliate against an employee for filing an OSHA complaint? Option A, true. Option B, false. The correct answer is option false. Under Section 11(c) of the OSHA Act, workers have the right to seek safety and health on the job without fear of punishment or retaliation. Question 21. In blood-borne pathogens training, what does universal precautions mean? Option A, treating all human blood and certain body fluids as if they are infectious. Option B, wearing a hazmat suit universally in all medical environments. Option C, only wearing gloves when blood is visibly present. Option D, using universal disinfectants on all surfaces. The correct answer is option A, treating all human blood and certain body fluids as if they are infectious. Universal precautions is an approach to infection control where all human blood and certain body fluids are treated as if known to be infectious for HIV, HBV, and other bloodborne pathogens. Question 22. Which condition is a major risk factor for ergonomic injuries? Option A, adequate lighting. Option B, repetitive motion. Option C, regular breaks. Option D, proper posture. The correct answer is option B, repetitive motion. Repetitive motions, awkward postures, and forceful exertions are primary risk factors for developing work-related musculoskeletal disorders, WMSDs. Question 23. What is a confined space according to OSHA? Option A, any office without windows. Option B, a space large enough to enter, but has limited entry/exit and is not designed for continuous occupancy. Option C, any room smaller than 10 x 10 feet. Option D, a space designated only for storage. The correct answer is option B, a space large enough to enter, but has limited entry/exit and is not designed for continuous occupancy. OSHA defines a confined space as having limited or restricted means for entry or exit, being large enough for a worker to enter, and not being designed for continuous occupancy. Question 24. Which of the following is not a route of entry for hazardous chemicals into the human body? Option A, inhalation. Option B, ingestion. Option C, telepathy. Option D, absorption. The correct answer is option C, telepathy. The four primary routes of entry for hazardous chemicals are inhalation, ingestion, absorption, through skin/eyes, and injection. Question 25. Which color is universally used in OSHA signs and tags to indicate danger? Option A, blue. Option B, green. Option C, red. Option D, yellow. The correct answer is option C, red. Red is the OSHA standard color used to denote danger as well as for fire protection equipment. Question 26. What must an emergency action plan, EAP, include? Option A, a list of employees' home addresses. Option B, evacuation procedures and emergency escape route assignments. Option C, the company's financial records. Option D, a list of local restaurants. The correct answer is option B, evacuation procedures and emergency escape route assignments. An EAP must detail procedures for reporting a fire or other emergency, evacuation procedures, and escape route assignments, among other life safety details. Question 27. When should a worker remove a lockout/tagout lock placed by another worker? Option A, when the shift changes. Option B, when the supervisor says they are in a hurry. Option C, only under highly specific, employer-documented emergency procedures if the original worker is absent. Option D, whenever the machine seems ready to run. The correct answer is option C, only under highly specific, employer-documented emergency procedures if the original worker is absent. A lock should only be removed by the person who applied it. If they are absent, it can only be removed under strict, documented emergency procedures. Question 28. Which machine guarding device stops a machine if a worker's hand breaks a beam of light? Option A, physical barrier guard. Option B, pullback device. Option C, presence sensing device. Option D, two-hand control. The correct answer is option C, presence sensing device. A presence sensing device, like a light curtain, stops the machine if the sensing field is interrupted by a worker's body part. Question 29. What is the most common route of exposure to bloodborne pathogens in a healthcare setting? Option A, inhalation of airborne droplets. Option B, needle stick or sharps injuries. Option C, drinking contaminated water. Option D, skin-to-skin contact. The correct answer is option B, needle stick or sharps injuries. Contaminated sharps and needle stick injuries are the most common cause of bloodborne pathogen transmission among healthcare workers. Question 30. To safely lift a heavy object, you should: Option A, bend at the waist and keep your legs straight. Option B, hold the object as far away from your body as possible. Option C, twist your back while lifting. Option D, bend your knees, keep your back straight, and lift with your legs. The correct answer is option D, bend your knees, keep your back straight, and lift with your legs. Proper lifting technique requires bending the knees, keeping the back straight, keeping the load close to the body, and using the power of the legs to lift. Question 31. Which document provides employees with their right to request safety and health records, like the OSHA 300 log? Option A, the SDS manual. Option B, the OSHA poster, OSHA 3165. Option C, the company newsletter. Option D, the employee W-2 form. The correct answer is option B, the OSHA poster, OSHA 3165. The Job Safety and Health, It's the Law poster explicitly outlines employee rights, including the right to receive copies of workplace injury/illness logs. Question 32. Under the OSHA bloodborne pathogen standard, an employer must offer which vaccine to exposed employees free of charge? Option A, flu vaccine. Option B, hepatitis B vaccine. Option C, COVID-19 vaccine. Option D, tetanus vaccine. The correct answer is option B, hepatitis B vaccine. Employers must make the hepatitis B vaccination series available to all employees who have occupational exposure, at no cost to the employee. Question 33. What is the three-point control rule when climbing a ladder? Option A, keeping 3 tools in your pocket. Option B, keeping 3 points of contact, 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, on the ladder at all times. Option C, taking 3 seconds per step. Option D, setting the ladder on a 3-point base. The correct answer is option B, keeping 3 points of contact, 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, on the ladder at all times. Maintaining 3 points of contact ensures maximum stability and significantly reduces the risk of a fall while climbing. Question 34. A worker is exposed to loud noise all day. At what decibel level, 8-hour time-weighted average, must an employer implement a hearing conservation program? Option A, 65 decibels. Option B, 75 decibels. Option C, 85 decibels. Option D, 100 decibels. The correct answer is option C, 85 decibels. OSHA requires employers to implement a hearing conservation program when noise exposure is at or above 85 decibels averaged over 8 working hours. Question 35. Which of the following is an example of an administrative control? Option A, installing a physical guard on a saw. Option B, rotating workers to limit their time in a hazardous area. Option C, providing safety glasses. Option D, replacing a toxic chemical with a safe one. The correct answer is option B, rotating workers to limit their time in a hazardous area. Administrative controls involve changing the way people work, such as rotating job assignments to limit exposure times or implementing new safety policies. Question 36. What is the leading cause of fatalities in the construction industry? Option A, electrocution. Option B, struck by objects. Option C, falls. Option D, caught in/between. The correct answer is option C, falls. Falls are consistently the leading cause of death in the construction industry, accounting for about 1/3 of all construction-related fatalities. Question 37. What pictogram on a chemical label signifies that the chemical may cause cancer, mutations, or reproductive toxicity? Option A, a flame. Option B, a skull and crossbones. Option C, a health hazard, silhouette of a person with a starburst on the chest. Option D, an exclamation mark. The correct answer is option C, a health hazard, silhouette of a person with a starburst on the chest. The health hazard pictogram is used to indicate serious long-term health hazards like carcinogenicity, mutagenicity, or reproductive toxicity. Question 38. When working in a trench, at what depth is a protective system, like shoring or a trench box, generally required? Option A, 2 feet. Option B, 3 feet. Option C, 5 feet. Option D, 8 feet. The correct answer is option C, 5 feet. OSHA requires a protective system for trenches 5 feet deep or greater, unless the excavation is made entirely in stable rock. Question 39. If you discover a fire in your workplace, what is your first and most important priority? Option A. Attempt to put it out immediately. Option B. Sound the alarm and ensure safe evacuation. Option C. Find the safety manager. Option D. Save your personal belongings. The correct answer is option B. Sound the alarm and ensure safe evacuation. Life safety is always the priority. The first action should be sounding the alarm and beginning evacuation according to the emergency action plan. Question 40. What type of eye protection must be worn when working with liquid chemicals that might splash? Option A. Standard reading glasses. Option B. Safety glasses with side shields. Option C. Chemical splash goggles. Option D. A welding helmet. The correct answer is option C. Chemical splash goggles. Chemical splash goggles form a seal around the eyes, preventing liquids from entering from the top, bottom, or sides, which safety glasses do not do. Question 41. A worker is operating a forklift. How often must forklift operator performance be evaluated? Option A. Every 6 months. Option B. Every year. Option C. At least once every 3 years. Option D. Only when they get into an accident. The correct answer is option C. At least once every 3 years. OSHA Standard 1910.178 requires that an evaluation of each powered industrial truck operator's performance be conducted at least once every 3 years. Question 42. What is a competent person, according to OSHA? Option A. Anyone who has worked at the company for 5 years. Option B. A supervisor with a college degree. Option C. One who can identify hazards and has authorization to take prompt corrective measures. Option D. The CEO of the company. The correct answer is option C. One who can identify hazards and has authorization to take prompt corrective measures. OSHA defines a competent person as someone capable of identifying existing and predictable hazards and who has the authority to take prompt corrective measures to eliminate them. Question 43. Which class of hard hat does not provide any electrical protection? Option A. Class G. Option B. Class E. Option C. Class C. Option D. Class A. The correct answer is option C. Class C. Class C, conductive, hard hats provide impact protection but are not intended to provide any protection against electrical hazards.